Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Q&A Marathon Weekend. I have 8 pages of questions here. I'm going to split them up 4 and 4. Last time I tried to put them all together and it became kind of a mess. I'm just going to go one by one. And if they're scrambled, they're scrambled. But that's what's so fun about a Q&A. It's like listening to a radio station and they switch around different subjects here and there. So buckle in. Let's get started. First question off the bat. I'm not going to say everybody's name who asked the question. I just want to thank you all for submitting your questions. I don't have your permission to say that. I know it's a public place where you post the question. I just don't know if you want your name read aloud on the video. So I just thought it'd be fair enough to everybody. I won't. All right. If you're really interested who asked the question, I guess you can go back to the post where I compiled all the questions and go have a look yourself. All right. All right, let's get started. Without further ado, I'm also mixing this up. It's Friday night here on Halloween weekend, and so and the clock agrees. It's time for Spirits with Spirits. So cheers to that. If this is early in the morning for you, fear not. This is Friday night for me. Now, the first question is, and I don't need to bring the cards out for this, but it has 26 likes and lots of comments on it. Can you explain more on soul families? Do we stay with the same family every time or can it change? Thank you. Also, when during an auto writing they say this soul is not here yet, where is that soul? Okay, great question. And again, I don't need any kind of cards to let you know what's going on here. Okay, so I want you to think of your soul family as, the best way I can put it is the grade you are in school. All right, so you have these different grades and you move up along the grade, just as you are in school with a class. But it's not just a class of 30. Think of a big metropolis, all the grade 3 kids, all the grade 4 children. And that doesn't mean that you are with soul family of your age. I'm just trying to get something that you can relate to. All right. So just think of your soul family as your grade that you are at. And as you move up the soul list, you move up the grades. Now there are every soul level. So I want you to think of these levels, every soul level. So let's say grade 1 soul level. And this is generally speaking, it can be generally 3 generations, right? So you have your grandparents, your parents, and yourself, or your parents, yourself, and your children. Generally, it depends where you are within that grade, right? So it's generally 3 generations, so that you all travel together and have different experiences with each other. Sometimes you're the parent, sometimes you're the child, etc. If you're all the same age, then you can't have those experiences. So generally, you are at a level. Now, you stay at that level 12 times 12. So you have 144 lifetimes in one level. And that can be quite a long time. So somebody had a great question of the royals are all, a soul family, and will they always be a soul family? No, the current royals that we see now, they are in that grade level. They'll move on to another grade level, and another soul family will move in as royals. That's why we have, for example, the pharaohs and the ancient kings and pharaohs, and they're so completely different than what we have today in monarchies. And in many years from now, we'll have a different soul family, and it'll be their turn at being the royals and the monarchy and the leaders. We might not call them kings. We might not call them pharaohs. We might call them something completely different. It'll be up to that soul family what they choose. So currently, we have this grade, I guess you could call it, as the soul family that is acting as our royals. And now remember, they each have 12 times 12, so 144 lifetimes. Each lifetime good rule of thumb is about 144 years, 12 times 12. Now, so what happens, and that goes from birthday to birthday. So if you pass away, if you manage to make it to 100, you only have approximately 44 years on the other side before you come back. If you happen to pass away much younger, let's say you pass away at 44, you have 100 years on the other side before you come back. Now, there's exceptions to all the rules. I'm pre-answering some of there's a question that comes up later on, and I'll answer it now. And people were asking, what if can you choose not to come back? And the answer is absolutely. Absolutely. It's always your choice to come back. You always know what position you'll be in when you come back. And sometimes you just might skip a grade, I guess you could say. Or maybe you decide this human existence, you know, it's no different than you go into college and you want to become a doctor, and halfway through you go, forget this, I don't want to become a doctor, I'm dropping out. You also have free will to do that. As a soul, you always have free will. All right? All right, so you're with your soul family, and within that soul family grade, you have different experiences. Like I said, you'll be a parent, you'll be a child, you'll be a male, you'll be a female, you'll be Asian, you'll be black, you'll be white. You'll get a chance at all of them. You'll have a chance at poverty, at riches, at anything. Just think of, you open up a menu, and the menu won't have things that you've already experienced, but it'll have all the things that you haven't experienced. And why would you want to experience this? Well, like I said, you move up level to level, and your whole soul family moves at the same time, just as a grade moves. All the grade 3s, they move up to grade 4. But some of the grade 3s have to repeat the grade because they didn't master that level. And yes, that can happen. That can happen if you come down and you are extremely violent. You do not achieve all your goals. Maybe you come down and you become extremely hooked on drugs and create a lot of havoc and crime with humanity. Maybe you purposely hurt many people who love you. There's all sorts of reasons why you would be held back. And when you are held back, what happens is, have you ever or even in your grade, or maybe your cousin or somebody that you know felt like they were older than their years, or they were more mature than everybody, and they just didn't fit in? The black sheep in the family is a soul that's been held back, and so they don't feel like they fit in that soul group, and they're held back until they learn their lesson. They repent. I don't want to say repent, not exact. That's a loaded religious word, but they learn their lessons, and this time their lessons are really difficult. You really have to apply yourself. You really have to learn your lesson, and you'll find that a lot of these people are loners. They normally don't get married, normally don't have children. If they do get married, They seem to keep to themselves, and they just feel like they don't fit in because they don't. They aren't marrying within their soul family. Their children won't feel like their children. And I'm sure everybody knows somebody like this, the eccentric uncle kind of thing, right? And they're here just to do a job, and that's to get back in with their soul family. And therefore maybe they become the mad scientist. They develop something that advances humanity, but they give up their family life for it, or things like that. So they're held back from their soul family until they learn, and then they can meet up with their soul family again. And generally, they, I think you're I don't know exactly. These are just this is ancient history and ancient knowledge that's been passed down to me. I've meditated on it, and generally you only have one shot to fix moving up with your soul family. But your life is somewhat so miserable here, and you feel so lonely. So those souls that just really don't want to come back to Earth, it's because, and you aren't having a good time on Earth, it's because you aren't with your soul family. Something has gone, nothing has gone wrong. Everything's in perfect order, but you have to come back and learn your lesson. So when you say, oh, I'm never coming back here again, what your subconscious is telling you, what your soul is telling you, let's do this right so we don't have to deal with this soul family anymore. That's what that's about. From what I understand, Earth is an amazing place to learn your lessons. What seems like a lifetime to us is actually quite a blink in the eye. Time is a drag. Time only exists on Earth. So when you say 144 lifetimes and each is 144 years, God, I'm stuck here forever. It is honestly, it could be 18 minutes on the other side where the souls are born and where they rest. I'm talking Earth years only. So that is what the soul family. So yes, you stay with the same family every time. And it can be changed, but you don't want it to change because you will feel like an outsider. You will feel like something is wrong. And it's only changed as punishment. So you can you either fall back or you leave the existence of being a soul on Earth and you go and do something else. You don't disappear. You never just completely disappear out of the universe. Your soul just moves on to something else. And that's about what I have on soul family. So think of it as a grade, but different ages within that grade. So that's why sometimes the further out you go from your family, so for example, great grandparents, you might not be as close to as your grandparents because they're in their own soul family. I know but and sometimes you're close to them and it's because they are in your soul family, but they're at the top, they're the oldest, and you would be the youngest, but you would still have that recognition. And that's the same thing if you're at a party and you're looking at somebody and go, I know you from somewhere, or you just automatically connect with somebody. They're in your soul family. And then, of course, there's different levels of soul family. So like I said, the royal family, they're in their own level of soul family. Now, within that level of soul family, of course, they all can't be royals, but we have royals in Thailand. We have chiefs in the tribes in Africa. We have chiefs in the tribes in North America. We have monarchy all across Europe. And it also can be leadership roles where there is no monarchy. So it's who's ever at the top. And also there's different levels within that soul family. So maybe one time you come back as king, one time you're prince, one time you're a lord, and next time you're the butler. Right? Just because you're in that group, that they're there to experience all levels of royalty. Everything from the maid and butler to the king. And they each have their turn at it. And and the better they, and that's why it feels like sometimes, you know, like that's why I think, like, I call Princess Anne, I call her Queen Anne. Maybe I'm recognizing her from one of the lifetimes that she was queen, right? Or if you keep calling somebody a wrong name, like let's say their name is Darren, but you call them Daryl all the time, and you're like, oh, I don't know why I do that. It's because you probably knew them in a different lifetime with that name. And you don't have to like everybody in your soul family. You don't. You could be here to learn about how to disagree, to agree, to disagree. You could be learning about conflict within your soul family, because you don't want to learn about conflict outside of your soul family, because that's how wars happen. That's how wars happen, is when two soul families are fighting for dominance somewhere. Because soul families won't create wars within themselves. All right. So I haven't even flipped a card, and we're deep into it. So I hope that it lets you know a little bit about soul families. So you want to make sure you learn your lesson. That doesn't necessarily mean what's your life purpose. Lessons are things like how to be kind to people, how to look after your body, you know, being disrespectful to your body, whether it's through smoking, not exercising, not eating, etc. That's not part of the body, mind, soul. If you only live with, if you neglect one of those three, then you've had a neglectful lifetime. Wouldn't be enough to hold you back, but it might make you enough to relive some of the circumstances of that life. The only thing that'll hold you back is if you are a terrible, terrible human being. And then that would hold you back. And then you'd have to, I hate the word repent, because it does have religious overtones to it. You just have to repair some of the things you did. So if you were a murderer in that lifetime, like for example, a serial murderer, especially if they murdered people of their own soul family, i.e. your natural family, you'd probably be guaranteed a holdback on that. And within your soul families, there's 12 by 12 levels as well. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains what your soul family is. And you know who your soul family is, and you know who your soul family isn't. And it's just that connection. It's just that knowing. You know, that friend that you go months and months and months and not talk to them, and all of a sudden you're talking to them, and you go out for a coffee or a glass of wine, and it's like you've never been apart. Or you're at your 10-year reunion, and you just connect again, and you're just talking as if the 10 years didn't happen. That's your soul family. But the person you do not want to see, or you're just like, oh God, I hope they don't even look at me. They're not your soul family just because they're in your grade. I was just giving you an example. All right. So that's about it for soul families. Okay. Also, when during an auto writing, they say the soul is not here yet. Where is that soul? Okay. So when you first pass away, you don't know where you are. You're disoriented. You feel like you still have a body, but you don't. You don't know how to think of what on the moon and the way they're jumping around. It's different gravity. It's different. You have to learn how to live. You're not breathing anymore. You're not eating anymore. You're learning how to get along, how to move, time warp, how to communicate differently now, because now you're communicating soul to soul. You don't have a voice. You don't have words. You don't have time. You're very, very disoriented. And especially if it is a sudden death, If it's a sudden death, it could take you longer to be orientated to what is going on, because you weren't expecting it. And then all of a sudden, it's like you have no body. You don't know how to move. There's no time. You can't talk. You don't know how to communicate. You'll remember quite quickly, but at first it's very, very disorientating. Also, if you have a lot of people who are extremely grieving for you, their energy can hold you here as well. So the first realm of it is called earthbound souls. And some of us are here for about 2 weeks, and some of us are here for months. Maybe it was a sudden death and we don't want to leave. We don't want to leave our loved ones. We don't realize that going up to the next level, we still can, but we're scared. Maybe we're having a difficult time getting used to the new gravity. Maybe we weren't ready to go. And also, like, for example, the amount of people that were grieving for Diana, she was probably earthbound for over a year, because that energy that was holding her here, the grief is such a powerful emotion, energy emotion. It actually can hold souls here and not allow them to advance to the next level. So, for example, the Queen, I wouldn't be surprised if it took her a couple of months to move to the next level, even though she was probably ready for it because of her age and just knowledge that, I mean, come on, after 80, every day is a bonus day, right? It's something's coming any day now. It's when you're younger and something, like, for example, when you unalive yourself, it could take you a little bit to move past this level, because you realize what you have done, and you may have some regrets, you may be happy, I don't know, but depending on where you're at, the grief of your family holding you here. So also, what we call ghosts are just disembodied beings that are earthbound. They have never moved on to the next level for whatever reason. So ghosts, yes, they exist. They're just disembodied souls. So they've lost their body, and their soul is wandering earth, because they don't know what to do. They're scared to go to the next level. Maybe they really miss earth. Maybe they really miss people, and they just never move up to the next level. Now, there's many levels again, but going to the next level is when you learn, you review your life, you've learned your life, you've learned some of the lessons. I imagine it as like you got these checkbox, and I was male, yeah, been there, female, yeah, black, yeah, married, yeah, divorced, yeah, right, boss, poor, right? I just imagine this checkbox that you have to go through. You review your life, and then you start to prepare for your next life. And this is the level where you meet your loved ones. Sometimes they call it the rainbow bridge. Sometimes they call it going towards the light, right? You hear people saying, I went through a tunnel and I went through the light. And what's interesting is they go through that tunnel, they see their loved ones, they never do the earthbound. It's because they're not really dead. They really haven't, their silver cord has not detached from their body. So think of it as a big elastic band. They got to see it and they're snapped back in. If your silver cord detaches, you can't come back. You are dead. So near-death experiences is just that, they're near death. If you come back in your body, you weren't really dead. You were just stretched away from your body for a while. All right, so that's what that means. When they say the soul is not here yet, it just means they're still earthbound. They're still Maybe they can't let go of their family because it was an unexpected death. They don't want to go. All right. All right. Okay. And that was 26 people liked that comment. So I hope that was interesting to you. Okay. So now we're going to get on to actually doing some cards. Oh, and the next one is I like to use an automatic writing session with our past president, Dwight David Eisenhower. I can't do automatic writing live while I'm doing this, but I will put that one on the list. All right. I would be interested in learning more about Oak Island, its history, treasure, its ghosts, and will the mystery ever be solved? I find this intriguing. It's right up there in the strange category with the Georgia Guidestones. Great, great, great question. So, because Oak Island is kind of ancient, not ancient, I guess so. I guess it could be ancient. I'm actually going to use the Crow Tarot for this. I'm thinking it's island, it's kind of nature-ish. Remember, I can't use regular regular tarot cards, so I don't get a strike for boobies. Okay, so Oak Island. Let's do an Oak Island. Oak Island. Finally get to the card. Sorry. Oak Island. Oak Island. Oak Island. Will the mystery ever be solved? What's its history, its treasure, its ghosts? Will the mystery ever be solved? So see, those are souls that are guarding Oak Island. They're guarding the treasure, those ghosts. They can't leave. They feel like they have an obligation to remain earthbound. And while you're earthbound, you don't move. You just stay earthbound. That's why it's called earthbound, disembodied souls rather than ghosts. So they're just souls that have no body. And they don't know how to get back into a body because they won't go to the next level to learn how to. All right? Oak Island. Oak Island. What's the energy around Oak Island? Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Well, I would say there is some treasure there. I definitely would say that there is some treasure stuck there. Oh, yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Absolutely, there's treasure there. I think they've definitely hid something there. Definitely, you think these are down on the ground. Let me move that. Oh my God, more pentacles. Yeah, look at this. 3 pentacles right off the start. And this is a 9 of Pentacles. Yes, absolutely. There is a lot of money there. There is a lot of gold there. And you know what I'm picking up here with this dog? Remember on Game of Thrones, the ghost wolves? I'm thinking there's ghosts. There are ghosts there that are guarding it. Absolutely. Absolutely. They'll be able to find it when the sun is shining. Well, that makes sense. It's light out. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Somebody brought it there. Well, no, duh. But look at that. That's on an island. I wonder if it's close to the beach. Wonder if it's close to the beach. Where, because there's the sea and there's a beach there. I wonder if it washed up on shore. Strength. Yeah, for sure there's definitely a treasure there. Absolutely, there's a treasure there. And you know what I'm noticing? 1, 2, 3, the birds are sitting. This one's on the ground and only one is flying, and it's flying in. So I'm thinking, I wonder if there was a boat distress or something that came on shore. But we've got the 3 crows here are sitting. And interesting, they're all sitting on animals. On a horse, on a wolf, and a lion. They're sitting on mammals. So I wonder if the treasure or something where there's a lot of mammals. Even this one is flying above a horse. And not all of these are with other animals. I mean, this 8 of Pentacles is a rock. So it's somewhere where animals gather. It's somewhere where animals gather close to a shore. But, oh, there's definitely a treasure there. Definitely a treasure there. I think the person who knew where the treasure was or buried the treasure was shut up. Let's see if the cards agree with me. Wow. 9 of Cups. Queen of Swords. 2 of Wands. There was an agreement with somebody. There was an agreement. 2 people, oh, and the clock agrees with me. 2 people knew where it was. There was an agreement. There was a lot there. There's definitely a great big fat treasure. Absolutely. Absolutely. There was an agreement between 2 people. What was the agreement? Queen of Wands. Again, more lions, more of the crows sitting on top of the lions. So it's obviously a very treed and forested area where a lot of birds can sit on top and where animals would be on the bottom. Of course, there's no lions there, but there's horses and wolves. I think might be wolves, but it's where the birds can sit and watch the animals below. So I think it's in a forested area. I think where it would almost be overgrown already. 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords. Somebody wanted it never to be found. 2 people knew about it. 1 person was shut up. Because look at this, lion has its mouth open, and here the lion has its mouth closed. We have 2 queens. We have 2 queens. Two strong queens at that. Was it females? 3 of Pentacles. The only male we have is this Knight of Pentacles. Otherwise, we have 2 queens. And I keep saying there's 2 people who knew. Ace of Wands. 7 of Wands. Knight of Wands. Page of Wands. The Chariot. Ace of Cups. One person shut the other person up and then took charge of it. With the Chariot here and Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, and 7 of Wands. Okay, it was hidden during the summer. It was definitely the summer months. There's just too many wands. There's just too many suns here. Also here with the Ace of Cups. Again, we have two birds. 2 people hit it and 1 person was shut up. Now, how are they, I'm not getting that they were murdered, or, because mind you though, a bunch of crows is called a murder. I think it was just an agreement. I think one ended up leaving. Oh no, the lovers, the magician, and the King of Cups. And the 9 of Wands. Oh, you know how they shut him up? They married them. So what was it? Was there a married couple on the island? It was 2 people. And that's how they shut him up, is they married them and said, you know what, if you tell anybody, we both go down now. You get nothing, I get nothing. That's what they did. They married them. And then that way they were each safe from the burden of saying where it was. But there's definitely something there. And there's definitely ghosts there. Will the mystery ever be solved? I think so here with the 9 of Wands. That's the burden. Right after a long period of working on something, you eventually are rewarded. Yes. Will it ever? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. The 7 of Cups, the 10 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. You know what, though? I don't know if I'd want to find it. I think it's cursed. I think it's cursed. The 6 of Cups here. I think something has been passed down. Remember, they opened up King Tut's tomb, and the people died right away. I think it's cursed. I think there's something. I think there's something there that whoever finds it will also find ruin. Well, they'll win the battle, but they'll lose the war. And it's something that's been passed down. So I don't know if it's booby trapped somehow. I don't know if there's bacteria in there. That's what the theory is with King Tut's tomb, is that maybe there was some kind of bacteria back there that got trapped that could go lay dormant. And when they opened it up and they disturbed it, the bacteria became alive again. And that's what they actually probably died from, some sort of infection. It wasn't a curse. It was just latent bacteria. And this might be something similar, especially if it's underground in that soil and it's moldy, and if it's closer to the shore, it could be near water line and whatnot. And but something here, they'll win the battle, but they'll lose the war, and it will ruin them. It will ruin them. So either by bad luck or actually death. It will be solved, but the people who solve it will be sorry that they solved it. All right? Okay. All right. So I have a couple of questions. Feel free to read on both if you feel they're not too controversial. There are rumors online a while ago regarding Eugenie's involvement in the creation of the Harkle's children, particularly Lily. Following on your reading on the most shocking secret, I'm wondering, did Eugenie donate her eggs? Okay, so let's read on that quickly. Did Eugenie... Let's just ask if Eugenie had any involvement in the creation of Archie or Lily. Did Eugenie of York, Princess Eugenie, have any involvement in the creation of Archie or Lily? Did she have any involvement whatsoever? I'm not going to use the Crow Tarot for this. That's why. I'm going to use the Golden Tarot, my Royals deck. That feels better. Okay, did Eugenie have any kind of involvement with the creation of Archie or Lily? Did Eugenie have any involvement with the creation of Archie or Lily? Cards are ready. Six of Swords, Two of Swords in reverse, King of Cups upright, Page of Cups, and the Four of Swords. No. Even though this is a pregnancy card, surprise, the King is looking at this, but with the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords here, no. She may have been approached for the egg in the cup, right? That would be the uterus with the egg, but it was stopped. Might have been stopped by King Charles. Actually, might have been stopped by Charles. I think she may have been approached. Let's see. Let's continue to read. Ace of Swords in reverses. That's an absolute no. Seven of Wands. She might have a tussle with Charles, or with her uncle over that. I don't know. Two of Coins. I think she was offered money. She was offered money. Six of Coins in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. So no, absolutely not. Queen of Cups in reverse. No, absolutely not. Temperance in reverse. No. Temperance upright is my actual IV or adoption. It's babies made outside of your body. The sperm and egg mixing outside of your body, and it's in reverse. So absolutely didn't happen. She could have been approached. She could have been asked, but somehow Charles may have heard about it, and said no. Or maybe she approached Charles herself, because they're facing each other, and said, Uncle Charles, Harry has asked me this. What do you think? I don't know if they're that close or not. Anyways, it was denied. And she said, no, absolutely not. Okay. All right. And I know you had two questions here. I'm just going to stick with the first one for now, because we do have so many. All right. Who are the two skeletons of little ones found in the Tower of London? Are they royals? And if so, do they have a story to tell? Have they returned somewhere down the line? Are they angry that they were neglected and abandoned? And there were 17 likes on this question, so we better get this question asked. Who are the two skeletons of the little ones found in the Tower of London? Who are the two skeletons of the little ones found in the Tower of London? Who are they? And have they come back? 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 Have they come back? Who are they, cards? Who are the two little ones found in the Tower of London? Who are the little ones found in the Tower of London? Okay. Ooh, Four of Swords in reverse. Strength. Five of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups. And the Five of Cups in reverse. I think their death was an accident. The World in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, and Temperance upright on top of the Ace of Cups. I think their death was an accident, and they had to hide them somewhere. Ooh, Ten of Swords, yeah. Yeah. The Sun in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. They were royal. They were royal. What's the underlying here? The Moon. The truth will come out about them. Interesting, they didn't show up here as pages. I think their deaths were an accident somehow. And let's see. The Star. Justice in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Coins in reverse. Three of Coins. They paid somebody, a guard or somebody, to hide them up there. It wasn't well thought out. Three of Coins here in reverse. Three of Cups upright. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. The Devil. I think they were the product of an affair. And I think it was an accident. If we don't have the Tower on here and the Knight of Swords on here, which would indicate active murder. We do have like the Five of Wands, like a struggle, Six of Wands. Maybe they were being naughty and the punishment just went a little too far. Maybe they weren't being supervised properly and they hurt themselves. And they were definitely royal, but I don't think they were acknowledged royal with the Empress in reverse here and the Wheel of Fortune. I think they were the product of an affair. And in some respects, this let the royal off scot-free. They didn't have to answer for those children anymore. They didn't have to provide for them or answer for them or have them. Actually, I should cover that up. I might get in trouble for that. They didn't have to answer for them anymore once they were gone, so they didn't push it. It was kind of like a double-edged sword for them, that these children were now out of the way. Let's see, have they come back? Have they come back? I think that's what it was. I think either they weren't being supervised and they hurt themselves somehow, as children do. Maybe they ate something they shouldn't have and got violently ill. Like a poison or something, which they had lots around for rats and whatnot, and how kids get into things. Because we do have a sick bed here with, I'm wondering if they like if they were like sick with like a flu or something. Now you're inviting in third parties, doctors and whatnot, and I don't see that at all. I see something that these children were, it was an accident somehow. It wasn't a planned, or it wasn't a violent death whatsoever. I don't have any violent cards here at all. Other than the 10 of Swords, that just tells me when the sun went out. I think, but like I said, I don't have the Knight of Swords. I don't have the Tower here. I don't have death in reverse, so I don't have like a violent death. I think it was an accident, but it was, in some regards, it relieved somebody of a burden. It set them free. And that's why there wasn't a big fuss about it. And they were just kind of hidden in the tower. Like I thought for sure I'd see the tower show up, but the tower hasn't shown up. The tower card. Let's quickly ask. So were they neglected and abandoned? They were neglected in the point that they weren't being watched properly. They weren't, I don't believe they were abandoned alive. I think something happened to them, and the nanny or the carer approached the tower guard and to see, and paid him to hide the bodies up there. And there was never an inquiry, because it was a double-edged sword for the royal that had these illegitimate children. Are they back? Let's ask, are they back right now? Are they back? Are they back? Are they back? Two of Coins, Five of Wands, the Magician, King of Swords in reverse, Ten of Coins in reverse. No, they aren't. They aren't back. Or they could have come back and been gone again. But no, they aren't. They aren't back right now. I think next time they're going to come down with their father. Their father isn't back either. He's in reverse here, the king. He's showing up here. I think when they do come back down, there will be legitimate children. I hate that word. All children are legitimate. All right. Page 1 done. Okay, whoop whoop. Definitely in for a treat. I'd like to know if the palace's bullying report involving M will ever surface publicly, please. Great question. Let's clear that last one off. Great question. Will the palace's bullying report involving she who, wow, that's a Freudian slip. She who shall not be named. Will it ever surface publicly? The bullying report. Will the palace bullying report ever surface publicly? Will the bullying report against Rachel Meghan Markle ever surface publicly? Cards are ready. Oh, that was an interesting cut. Knight of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups. Six of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Hermit. No, Harry's holding it back. They want to. Definitely somebody wants. I think this is Edward, because he's the Knight of Cups. Because Charles is the King of Cups and he's the younger brother, even though he's almost 60. Yes, Edward wants it out, but he's being blocked by Harry, which is odd. For some reason, Harry's blocking it. Harry has the power to block it. So, oh yeah, that's right. Harry is up the line of succession, isn't he? Harry's blocking it. Oh, King of Swords in reverse. William wants it released. Oh yeah, look at, there's Meghan and the Four of Coins. It was actually the Queen also. Here she is, and William. There's Meghan though. The Fool in reverse, Queen of Wands. And the Sun. No, it'll never come to light. Anne wants it released as well. What's the underlying here? No, Eight of Wands. No, it won't. It won't come to light. It's almost, I'm getting like a battle of the princes. Prince-es, not princess. And then here with the Sun in reverse, and we have the King of Swords in reverse, which is William. Also, Anne, for some reason, doesn't want it released either. She thinks it'll make the royal family look foolish. No, With the sun here in reverse, it won't, right now, will not see the light of day. It's right on Megan here in, in the middle. No. All right. It bothers Megan. They hold it, I think they hold it over her head there with the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. Can you read on Carrie Fisher and her mother, Debbie Reynolds? Were they able to connect on the other side? Is Debbie happy to be with her beloved daughter, Carrie? I love the relationship they had. I have such a relationship with my daughters as well. Oh, that's really nice. Well, let's ask. Let's ask. I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot just because they were in the Hollywood scene. And this is kind of a Hollywood deck, a movie set deck. Like a story deck. So let's ask, Carrie Fisher and her mother, were they able to connect on the other side? What's the relationship like right now? Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. 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 What? Are they connected on the other side? Upright, yes. Reversals, no. Upright, yes. Reversals, no. Upright, yes. Reversals, no. We have reversals, Ace of Pentacles. Reversals, Wands. The Hanged Man in reverse. Justice. I'm not going to do the Justice saying because that's not what we're reading. Swords, upright. The Sun in reverse. The Magician upright. You know what? One of them might be back already because no, they are not. They're not connected. But with this Magician card, Knight of Swords, you might not want to hear this. I don't think they are actually getting along that well on the other side. Like I was hoping to see some queens here and I don't. I don't at all. I do see that the Three of Swords here, broken heart. So yeah, Debbie she did pass away because of her broken heart. I think one of them have come back. They came back really quickly. I think one of them has come back already. How old would Debbie be? So as I talked about at the beginning, it's usually 144 years from birthday to birthday, approximately, because that's Earth time, right? Approximately. So I'm wondering if she's back already. I wonder if no, she wouldn't be 144 by now. She wasn't that old. But with this Magician here, again, full option. Or one of them is still earthbound. One of them might still be earthbound. But they have the Hangman in reverse, so they've been released. And they're up getting the rebalanced. Yeah, I thought I'd see more loving cards and some queens and no. No, for some reason, they're not together. Maybe they are on different levels. Maybe they are. Like there's many different levels. So maybe they've met up and now they've gone to their respective levels so they can learn to come back again. No, that I'm going to call it. They aren't together. No, there's nothing here that indicates any kind of anything that they're together at all. All right. So that's, I think some of them, one of them might be learning their lesson, and with Carrie being a heavy drug user, she might be having to do some kind of extra work somewhere extra with this Justice card. She might be living some of that karma out. All right, so sorry. I would have loved to give you better news, but I'm not going to lie to you either. Okay. Oh, this one actually got a lot of likes. Well, I'd love to know more about the discovery of a new color. The Freddie Mercury reading. I can't stop thinking about it. Please, thank you. And that one got 17 likes. And then I've been thinking about that too. It's so intriguing. And another comment. I'm very curious. I can't wait to find out if bees can see it and like it. Then I'm sure I'll love it. That's one reason I want to know. And for this one, I am going to use the crow deck. I'm going to go back to the crow because birds and bees can actually do see different things than us. So tell us more about the discovery of a new color. Can you tell us when that's going to happen? And give us an idea of what shade it will be. Will it be on the edge of the spectrums, or will it be a new color that kind of butts in the middle? Let's see. The discovery of a new color. When will that be? I wonder if it has anything to do with us staring at our screens all the time. And since our eyes aren't looking out in nature as much anymore, and we only need to see the colors of nature to survive, I wonder if that allows another color to come in. Let's see. Another color. Cards are ready. Oh, yeah. Clock agrees. Interesting. We have the 5 of Wands, and each one of those wands are a different color. So I think we're on to something. 4 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, so I think this color is on the verge of coming in. It's just right now we can't see it. We physically can't see it. I think very soon we will. This is the 6 of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. We have 3 wands here. So this is telling me probably during summertime we'll see it, or the sun has to be quite bright for the first time that we see it. I think the first time we'll see it is in the summertime. And you think about it, in the summertime, that's when a lot of flowers bloom. And there was the hint there about the bees, I think. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was the bees. So if the bees can see it, then it's summertime, right? The bees are out in the summertime flittering flower to flower to flower. So I wonder if this new color is going to be on a flower that blooms. Because it's definitely summertime. Because we have Cups, which is springtime, and then we have 3 wands, which is summertime. So sometime late spring, early summer, we will see this color. Oh, I just noticed something. Flowers. Look at the flowers. This is, you know what? I think it will come to us on a flower. So we have the moon here, and I'm going to take it as it will be somewhat of a silvery, shimmery color. Or, right? I'm not going to take it as this orange color of the moon. I'm taking it as the moon as a silvery color, or maybe the color exists on the moon right now. Or maybe like looking through the moon. I think it might be like a silvery color, because we also have a little bit of silver in here. And these roses almost have like a silvery purple color. So I think that's what it is. I think we're going to see it on a flower. It's going to be a flower that has a purpley silvery color. We have a 7 of Wands, Death, and the 8 of Wands. More wands. For sure this is summertime. For sure this is summer. It will be discovered in the summertime. So definitely if the bees have to see it, then it's on flowers that are blooming during the summertime. I think it will be a flower with this Death card here that transforms somehow. We will expect it, let's say, to bloom yellow, and it comes out with this color that nobody's ever seen before. Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, we can't see it now. We can't see it now. Oh, look at, there's the rainbow. Ten of Cups. Lots. Everybody's going to be so happy to see this color. Yeah, interesting, the rainbow. This is one of the few cards that have a rainbow in them, and we're talking about color. Yeah, this is us, the Two of Swords right now. It's we just simply can't see it. And it's because we don't know it's there. Right? I mean, how do you know to look for something if you don't know it's there? Maybe people have walked by this flower not realizing what it was, not realizing it was a new color. Right? We're just so attuned to seeing the colors that we believe we can see. There was a great experiment. It kind of broke my heart, and you might have heard of it. They took kittens, and these kittens grew up only in horizontal lines. That's all they could see. And they took another group of kittens, and all they could see is vertical lines. That's all they could see. Everything was in vertical lines. Everything. And after 6 weeks, they switched the kittens, and the kittens were so disoriented, they didn't know where they were. They would wobble and fall down. They couldn't hold their balance or anything. Nothing else changed but the lines. And I always wondered what happened to those poor kittens. Did they eventually adjust? So I think that's what's happening here. We don't know there's a new color, so we aren't looking for it. And plus our eyes are so adjusted to the colors that we can see. Like, I think it's fascinating that bees and bugs and other creatures see colors that we can't see. Like, they can see the violet purple. What's that purple called? Black light purple? They can see that in the light. We can't. We don't have the receptors for it. So I think that's part of it too. And that's why I think it has something to do with us looking at our phones all the time. Something then happens to the receptors in our eyes. Or maybe it's all these LED lights that we have around us. Something happens to the receptors in our eyes that then opens those receptors so we can see that color. So yeah, I think it's going to be silvery, like, again, the swords here. I think it's going to be a silvery color. Even these fish on here are silvery purple. I think it's going to be a very calming color, because with the Six of Swords here, I think it's going to be a very calming color. I do think it'll come out of the blues. And that's why I think it might be a silver, right? I think it might come out of the blues somehow, or have some kind of blue tinge or something on it. I'm trying to figure out what the Six of Pentacles here is going to be about. I don't know. Isn't that strange? I'm drawing a blank. Maybe it was just to show the silver fish. Maybe it's just to show the silver color. Or, you know how fish, they're almost like, what? Have you ever seen rainbow trout? And they have kind of a reflective quality to them. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's somehow in the blues and silvers, somehow with a reflective quality to it. Almost would have like a rainbow. I'm almost thinking, like, if you look at this little ball, it has like silvery blue, but it has other different little reflective colors in it. Interesting. Great question. Interesting. Okay, so this one got, the next one here got a lot of likes too, and I'm going to go back to the Golden Tarot. What does Diana really think of her daughters-in-law? Well, I better have a drink to that. I think I forgot to tell you, this is just basic gin and tonic. Just basic gin and tonic. Nothing special, no pink lemonade. Just basic gin and tonic. What does Diana really think of her daughters-in-law? So I'm going to put Catherine on the top and what's her name on the bottom. And I'm just going to do a quick 5 cards for each. So Catherine on the top, Megan on the bottom. Diana, what do you think of your daughter-in-laws? What do you actually think of your daughter-in-laws? What's the truth with that? We have to be prepared. We might not like the answer. We may not, but just be prepared. Don't ever think that you can guess what the answer will be, of course, but be prepared for anything when it comes to tarot. Well, that was a definite cut. Oh, 2 of Cups upright for Catherine. 7 of Cups in reverse for Megan. 5 of Coins upright for Catherine. 7 of Wands in reverse for Megan. 7 of Swords upright for Catherine. 8 of Wands upright for Megan. Justice in reverse for Catherine. 6 of Wands in reverse for Megan. Page of Wands upright for Catherine. And 3 of Wands in reverse for Megan. Oh my God. All of Megan's are in reverse. I think that's a pretty strong no. Oh my God. And then we have the Chariot. We have Will. You can't make it up. You saw me shuffle. You saw me lay them out. Then we have William here, and Diana is all for William. She is a monarchist. At the end of the day, that's her son. She knew her son would grow up to be king. And according to what these cards say, according to my sources, Diane is for William. Whatever makes William happy is what she is for. And obviously, the Wicked Witch of the West doesn't make him happy. She has 1 card upright, and this is the travel card. And this is the this is the travel card that I think she knew that she would take Harry away. Here she is, she's gaslighting. What she does is indefensible. This is her and her travel card. The 6 of Wands, she's a loser. 6 of Wands in reverse. And 3 of Wands in reverse. She has no plans, no solid plans, other than just to travel and actually spread information on the internet. So Catherine, look at right off the bat, 2 of Cups. She thinks that she would really get along well with Catherine. She feels that Catherine is probably being treated a little bit unfairly. Now the 7 of Swords, you have to remember, it can be somebody who has a strategy. And I no way means that she thinks that Catherine is lying. She thinks that Catherine has a good strategy. But she does feel that Catherine gets treated unfairly as an outsider. And I can't remember what auto writing did I do, and who called Catherine a commoner, that she didn't like Catherine. Diana said she would like Catherine, yes. And this Page of Wands, she said this is watch for more from Catherine, because remember the Page of Wands, here's Catherine with her 3 children. See the 3 bunnies? Here's Catherine with her 3 children. And the Page of Wands, watch for more. And look how well dressed this Page of Wands is with the long dark hair. Catherine is going to be a growing concern. Her wand pages, they bring good messages, and things that they bring you get rooted and then grow into beautiful trees. So Catherine is there for the long haul, and we'll be hearing more good news from Catherine. But she does feel that Catherine's being treated unfairly or unjustly, and that could even just be what Catherine gets in the media from the Wicked Witch of the West here. the loser. That, look at Diana just outright called her a loser. What she does is indefensible. And basically, what I'm really getting from this is sod off. Sod off. Get the hell out of here. Or like, I'm almost getting like, yeah, she was a foreigner who landed here. And, yeah, she's gaslighting. She has no real plans. There's zero love here whatsoever. Whereas with Catherine, 2 of Cups. So this is Diana saying, yeah, she would have gotten along really good with Catherine, and she probably would have protected Catherine from some of this injustice. And she's like, just watch Catherine. You just watch her. So that's what she thinks. That's what she thinks. She thinks Catherine has a good strategy, and I'm wondering what this injustice is about, because it's on top of this loser here. So I'm thinking that it is some of the injustice. Some of the articles that come out about Catherine are just honest to God. Honest to God. Megan. All right. But yeah, Diana's pro William and whatever supports William. And obviously Megan doesn't support William. Harry didn't even show up. All right. Great question. Okay, we're halfway through. Okay, can you do a reading on Jesus? I actually thought this was a pretty crazy good question. Not a crazy question, crazy good question. And tell you the truth, I think I'm going to use the Golden Tarot, because he was royal in his own right? Can you do a reading on Jesus? And actually, this one got a lot of likes too. It got 13 likes. Okay, cards, what can you tell us about Jesus? What's the most important thing about... Now, this... I don't want to say anything. Can you do a reading on Jesus? Cards, what can you tell us about Jesus? What can you tell us about Jesus? What can you tell us about Jesus? Okay, the Emperor in reverse. Isn't that interesting? King of Wands. 8 of Coins in reverse. 9 of Wands. King of Swords. He was the King of Words, wasn't he? Look at the kings we have here. King of Swords and King of Wands. With the 9 of Wands, 8 of Coins in reverse. I think it was he never was able to fulfill everything that he wanted to do. He was a great leader, because the King of Wands is a great leader, but he never reached the pinnacle of where he wanted to be. He was quite embattled, which is true. He was quite embattled. And King of Words, even though this King of Swords has a sword in his hand, he went and talked to everybody with words, with sermons. The Hierophant, he was a teacher. Isn't that interesting? That's the church. That's the Christian church. The King of Kings. He never got there. 6 of Coins, well, he flipped tables, didn't he? Wheel of Fortune. The Tower. Well, we all know what the Tower moment was, don't we? 2 of Coins. And the Knight of Cups. And the 3 of Cups. I think this is showing a person who had a journey to do, but was stopped. But he was stopped. with these Emperor in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. So his words have lived on. His words have lived on. That's what has lived on. Not that he was he never became, I mean, I you know, you can say he was the King of Kings, but was he during his lifetime? If he was the King of Kings, he would have never been nailed to the cross. He would have been able to say, no, I'm not going up there. I'm your king. Three of Cups. Queen of Cups, is that Mary? Mary Magdalene. Two of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Star in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm getting a feeling that it was like a life cut short. I believe he was only 33. A life cut short. Like I'm getting a feeling like he didn't feel like he fulfilled his mission. Knight of Coins, King of Coins. That would have been, who was it that ordered his, here's the Five of Wands and the Four of Cups. I think once he was gone, I think they regret what they did. I think they realized what they did. He was actually ended up being more dangerous gone than he was alive. And they didn't realize that until after he was gone. Five of Coins in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. Well, that's the Virgin Mary, isn't it? The Virgo, and then the Death. The amount of tears. And then this is the Three of Coins when they started building the church. Well, what we call the church today. Back then it was just gatherings, and then starting to create the word, and starting to create a something that would continue his words. That's all that lives of him, is his words. And I'm just really feeling like a life cut short, that he didn't actually fulfill his mission here on earth. But it did fulfill the mission of the church. It did get a church started. And in some respects, the mission of his word living on. But here with this physical death, and here's the Mary, his mom, and the Lovers with the Ace of Cups here, I would say that would be his disciples. I think it's interesting they showed up. So they must have been the one, well, obviously they were the ones who started planning and then created the church. But I feel like he doesn't feel like he accomplished everything that he did, that he wanted to. Interesting. Great question. That's actually a great question that it showed up like this. Huh. All right. Well, let's carry on. Is Charles still giving Harry money when Harry asks? Let's ask the sad squirrel. Is Charles still giving Harry money when Harry asks? That's a great way to word that question. So it's not just like, here's your allowance, son. You know, I put the money in your bank account. Or like, you know, every Thursday, you know, a couple of million show up or whatever it is. So it's if Harry asks him, is Charles still giving him money? Let's see. Let's do a quick question. Cards are ready. Two of Pentacles. He does ask. You're absolutely right. Ten of Swords. No. Ten of Wands. No. It's just a burden every time. Oh, God. Harry emailed me again. Justice and Six of Wands. No. No, he doesn't. It's a big burden. But whenever he doesn't get money, they feel like they're winning. Page of Pentacles, there he is on the Ten of Swords. Dad, I really need the money. He's selling them like, Dad, I really need the money. I'm in ruin. Seven of Wands, he defends his actions. I'm a prince of the realm and I need money for security and my wife needs a new pair of feet. Page of Cups. The children need the money too. Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So this is, oh, maybe he's playing on the kids, even though Lily hasn't been proven. But here would be Archie. Ten of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. I know Granny left me that money. I know Granny left me that money for my family. So when he does ask, it's for the family. It's not for him or the moon. What's the underlying? The Hermit. There he is. Harry the Hermie. Harry the Hermie. But his family is an illusion. His family is an illusion with the moon card here. Yeah, I think, yes, absolutely he does ask. And it's also his ego. It's ego-based. And he's basing, my family needs it. And Granny promised me this money. And Granny really liked my family. And it's all an illusion. The family is an illusion. The fact that he needs the money is the illusion. All of it's an illusion. Illusion, delusion. He's trying to reflect back this magical world that doesn't exist. And let's see. Eight of Wands, the Wicked Witch. Harry, go ask your dad for some money. Harry. Nine of Wands. Yeah, look at. There's Harry and yeah. You've got to do this. Nine of Pentacles. I need a new dress. God, Five of Cups. I wish we never left. Crying over spilt milk. Knight of Cups. Somebody might be offering them a little bit of money. They might get some kind of offering from somebody with this Knight of Cups. I wonder if it's like a private secretary or a treasurer or something is paying for something. Not a lot. It's just maybe there's something that he still gets paid for. Maybe hair plugs or something. Or maybe he has a clothing allowance or something like that. He does get a little bit of money. Just a little bit, not a lot. But he has to ask for it and he has to embarrass himself. It's not just automatically deposited in his bank account. And then it doesn't even go to him or the children. It goes to Megan. It goes to the snail. That's all. The slimy little snail. All right. So, is Charles still giving Harry money when he asks? No, but he is getting some sort of allowance, whether it's clothing allowance or whatever, but obviously he's not spending it on himself. Okay, next question. On the heels of your shocking tarot reading, I have questions. Do the Harkles know that their marriage may not be legal? Will the British public hold them accountable for so many lies if the kids are not real? All right. Well, Let's ask the Pulp Tarot, because we're talking about the Harkles. Do Meghan and Harry know that their marriage may not be legal? Do they? And I have a theory that's why she said something so ridiculous that was a lie. Oh, the cards need to be cleared. That's why she thought she stated that lie about their marriage, that they were married 3 days before. So people would focus on that. That was a distraction from the actual marriage. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Because otherwise, why would you say such a ridiculous lie? Like, seriously, what would benefit you to lie about that? Unless it was a big distraction from the truth. So everyone's focused on this lie, going, oh, and they're investigating it, and they're looking into it, and we got married in Botswana, so everyone's looking into that, and they've got shiny object syndrome, and they're not looking at the real marriage, but they're looking at all these other little lies. Like, that's the only reason that I can think of that somebody would lie about something like that on TV, knowing that people would look into it and investigate it, and then not look at their real marriage. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to it. Do they know that their marriage may not be legal? Cards are ready. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Death in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Wow, and the clock agrees with me. The Queen knew. The Queen knew. And it's almost as if it was, stick with me here, tinfoil hat adjustment. It's almost as if it was done on purpose that the marriage wasn't legal. But then why did the Queen give them titles? Maybe she knew they would mess them up. Queen of Swords. Well, that's my divorce card. That's also marriage certificates, that's wills, that's any kind of legal. If the High Priestess. The Secret. 3 of Pentacles. I'm wondering now if this was done on purpose. I'm wondering if this was a big chess game. That there was something on the certificate that was made wrong on purpose. The Magician. The Hangman in reverse. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. I think they know. I think the Queen set it up that way. I think she set it up that way. And now that's why there's all this attacking on the internet. Attack, all the media. About how amazing they are together, how in love they are together. This magician here, the spin doctor, with the Knight of Swords here. Attacking. At the same time, there's a lot of attacking that, set Harry free. Look at little redhead boy. Set him in reverse. Set him free. And here's little Miss Muffet trolling on the internet. 4 of Swords. 7 of Wands. The Empress in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. Social justice warrior. Burn the place down. I think they know, and they're actually very disturbed by it because they know if it came out. Look at the page and page. They know if the information came out, especially about Lily, and they have to defend themselves that she was not pregnant, that would destroy them, and that would be their karma. I think the Queen set it up that there was something wrong with the certificate, some kind of small little thing that nobody would notice until it was too late. And it's getting too late because we're going to find out the truth about Lily, that she possibly doesn't exist. And then they have to defend that Megan was never pregnant, and that will start the ball rolling to her destruction. I'm calling it. Okay. Oh, all right. So now we go back to, will the British public hold them accountable for the many lies if the kids are not real? Let's just quickly do a 5-card, or 7-card. Upright, yes. Reversal, no. Upright, yes. Will the British public hold them accountable for so many lies if the kids are not real? But that's the thing. If they just dissolve the marriage, they don't have to prove anything about the kids because the kids are now off the line of succession. So that way they don't have to prove anything about the kids. They don't have to prove how the kids were born. They don't have to prove that the kids exist. So how would you catch them in a lie if they don't have to prove anything? Oh, the Hierophant upright. Knight of Cups in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. Social justice warrior, burn the place down in reverse. 9 of Swords upright. 10 of Wands upright. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. 1, 2, 3. No, you know what? They won't be held accountable. They won't. The general public, the British public, has that burden to carry, and there'll be a lot of anxiety, but they will not be held accountable. They'll be actually let off scot-free. And that's the way the royal family would want it, because honestly, that would be the best way out without creating a scandal, a bigger scandal, that there are no children. So no, they won't be held accountable by the British public. All right. Are we witnessing biblical times right now? I think that's a really good question too. I'm going to go back to the royal. Are we witnessing biblical times right now? And that one got 23 likes. And great question. I love your question. Who are we? Are we witnessing biblical times right now? Oh, we can look forward to the future. There will be a future. There definitely will be a future. It might not look like what we think it should look like, but we'll definitely be looking towards the future. Are we witnessing biblical times right now? Are we witnessing biblical times right now? Cards are ready. Oh, interesting cut. Just one fell out. This is magical. 3 of Swords. We're witnessing a lot of betrayal. Page of Coins. Death in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. The Tower. Oh, Lordy Lord. We're definitely witnessing heartbreak, destruction, death. But are these biblical times? Page of Coins here. So what are we being sold? What are we being sold? This is certainly not anybody's wish at all. The Emperor in reverse. King of Wands, well, that's the military. The Empress upright. The Magician. Ten of Swords in reverse. Seven of Coins upright. Ace of Cups in reverse. We're witnessing hell on earth. I don't even think I need to edit that out. Things will get better. Please believe that with the Magician here, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, the swords fall out, hit rock bottom. We can get up and recover. And here with this Seven of Swords, it'll be a slow recovery. But I want to point something out. 7 seals. And they don't get unraveled all at once. So if we started to unravel the 7 seals, is that what the Magician is? Because in lore, in deep, deep lore, the Magician is actually Jesus. And look at this card, actually looks like him. About how he turned water into wine, and look at the animals around him, and he's the Alpha and the Omega. That once we hit rock bottom, and you think about all the women and children right now, and it just feels like nobody's in control, really. The military is in control, the military death machine. Are we at the 7 seals? We got lots and lots of tears. We got lots of betrayal. We've got destruction. Ace of Cups, 2 of Coins in reverse, or upright. Wheel of Fortune upright. 9 of Wands upright. 3 of Coins upright. 5 of Coins in reverse. I think, to be honest, I think they're negotiating for peace. To be honest, this is negotiation. Things are going well with the negotiation. Embattled, and let's have a plan. Let's get a plan together. So three countries will make a plan rather than 2. Remember what I was saying about soul families clashing? I think that's what we're witnessing right now, is soul families clashing. But is that the sign of maybe the first seal? I don't know. I'm not that well versed in any of that. I was raised in a Catholic household. We did, but we weren't Catholic, if you know what I mean. We had fish on Friday, went to church when it was required, that kind of thing. So I never did any kind of Bible studies or anything. The Fool, the Knight of Coins, Queen of Cups, and 3 of Cups. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is there will be a peacemaker that comes in, and just in time before 2 other countries enter into it. We'll know soon if we're in biblical times, if this doesn't heal. This is showing me that a third party comes in and tries to make some peace, and that doesn't mean that the war itself is over. I think that will continue as long as they're both soul families are on earth. Yeah, I think I don't know, that 7 seals card kind of got me. I guess time will tell. If this third party peacemaker can't create peace, then I wonder if we're going to see the breaking of the first seal. Interesting question. Thank you. All right. Okay, are aliens real and do they want to help us? Well, I did a video on aliens and UFOs, but I'll gladly do one again because I know not everybody has gone back into my my archive. So I'm going to use the Voyager Tarot. These cards are so big, but they are kind of spacey, and they're just massive cards. I can't even shuffle them correctly, but they are great cards. So are aliens real and do they want to help us out? Are aliens real and do they want to help us out? Are aliens real and do they want to help us out? Are aliens real and they want to help? This is a great mix of questions, actually, you know. I kind of like it when it's like that. A nice mix, and then it's not all one thing. It's like listening, like I said, like listening to the radio and different songs come on rather than playing the same song over and over and over. Are aliens real and do they want to help us? Ooh, I think the cards are ready. Eight of Wands, harmony. Setback. Reward. Illumination. Delusion. Fear. Fear on top of setback. Interesting. Dullness. Art. Emperor. Commencement. And Tower. And sorrow. All right. I'm going to say they aren't real. And this is the reason why. We have the delusion card and we have harmony here. We have setback, reward, illumination. So and with the sorrow here, and the sorrow, this is the Six of Cups. So this is our ancestry. If this was showing that, you know, we should be proud of our ancestry or happiness but it's sorrow. So we're kind of wishing we're aliens. But this delusion card here is the one that really stands out to me. It just shows what we have here is all on earth. These are all earthy cards, right? Even the reward card here in the middle is the Ten of Worlds. I think all we have, like nothing really came up alien-y looking other than this emperor here, and it's even just a man. This one here, this little tower guy, I guess you could say he looks alien, but there are cards in here that are very alien looking, and we have a lot of earth cards here. So I think what we have is just what we have. Like even this commencement is very earthy, this Four of Worlds, which is Four of Pentacles. So it's like we just are, what we have is what we have, right? That's the little guy hanging on to all the coins and everything. I don't see any kind of really airy, spacey kind of things. I do see here the Tower. And so you ask, do they want to help us? No. No, they don't. No, they don't. Interesting, I just noticed there's a ram in this card and a ram in this card. And rams are like typically for springtime, because they're this airy symbol. So warrior-like, action, physical. So again, like nothing airy, nothing spacey, nothing airy, nothing flying through the air. There's the universe card here, didn't show up. The space-time, which is like an alien kind of card, didn't show up. It just shows really earthbound, basic warrior mind kind of things. And actually, if they did show up, it would be quite destructive to humans. If they did, with the Tower card here. So if the aliens did show up, it would be, it would actually cause a lot of chaos. And it would probably upend a lot of things that we have. It would blow so many minds, for one. It would turn a lot of religions on their head. It would return a lot of belief systems. And just with this sorrow here, I think we're being left to our own devices, to tell you the truth. They could have been here at one time. Maybe they were here, ancient, long time ago, but I don't believe they're here anymore. This ram has left the building. All right. So are aliens real, and do they want to help us? So even if they were real, it would be pretty disruptive and destructive to us. We are I don't know why I wanted to say Groundhog Day. We're just earthlings, and this is our solar system, and obviously there's no aliens in our solar system, and this is our life, and thank God they aren't here, because maybe they aren't all that nice. All right, great question. Okay, one more page, and that will be the end of part 1, and we'll do part 2 the next day. Will Thomas Markle or anyone verify the absence of Doria? Let's do the pulp tarot for this one. Will Thomas Markle or anyone verify the absence of Dorita? And 10 people like this question, so will Thomas Markle or anyone verify the absence of Dorita? Thomas. Cards are ready. The Moon, the World in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, that's her black magic, the Devil in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, Page of Swords upright, and 9 of Wands upright. Whoa, she's deep into some black magic right now. No, they won't verify anything. What's the underlying here? King of Wands. She might be being held. She might be being held somewhere. We might hear something soon, a little blurb or something. But the King of Wands can sometimes be the military or the police. Like, I don't want to go all Q on everybody here, but she might be being held for her black magic. If you want to know, she's still with us. But they might drag her out. And it'll be illusion that she's a free woman. She's very embattled. But it'll be an illusion that she's allowed out. Be an illusion. I think she's being held for some reason, but I don't know if she's been charged with anything. I don't see justice here or anything. But I think in her own little black magic circle, for whatever reason, this might even be Ari trying to hide her. Maybe she made an idiot of herself in front of the Kardashians or something. Because Ari is the Emperor, the Aries. Yeah, they might put out a puff piece about her. Look for with this Page of Swords. We might see a little puff piece that she's been really busy exercising or doing her yoga. And it'll be an illusion. Cool. Great question. Okay. I was fascinated by, I think it was Freddie Mercury saying Elon was in his soul family. I'd like to know more on who is Elon Musk, really. He's very intriguing. Is he a good egg? Can billionaires be good eggs? Shanta read a while ago that Elon was one of the very few Atlanta souls. I was intrigued by it too when Freddie brought up their link. Musk may be an Atlanta soul and be super smart, but as a human, he has no regard for mankind in general. Read up on him, some of his thoughts, etc. You'll see what I mean. Oh wow, this is great because this is obviously somebody who has read on Elon. I don't know why I want to do the relative tarot. The relative tarot. This is based on the Rider-Waite and kind of Victorian. And I don't know why I get that buzz from Elon that maybe I'm going back a lifetime or something with him. All right. Not that I'm an Atlanta soul, but, you know, he would have been active while I was alive. Who is Ellen? not Ellen DeGeneres. Who is Elon Musk? Who is Elon Musk? What's the energy around Elon Musk? What's the energy around Elon Musk? Cards are ready. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Six of Wands. King of Swords. King of Words. King of Swords are very, very intelligent. Five of Swords. And the Page of Swords in reverse. You know, this is true. He wins a lot of battles, but loses a lot of wars. You know, he might have won the battle to get Twitter, but he's, you know, he lost the war of it being profitable. Like he's working on it, though. Like he's working on it. I think we're going to hear some negative news about Elon. He was riding a wave of winning, right? And he had SpaceX, he had Boring Company, he had Tesla. It just seemed like everything he touched turned to gold until he got to Twitter, which he now calls X. I guess I should have looked at when is his birthday. I'm just going to look up that right now. I think he's a Gemini, isn't he? Sorry, Elon Musk. June 28th, so he's a Cancer. So I guess I was right with the June. He'd be a Gemini if he, in the Vedic astrology. But I want to tell you something. The King of Swords, you know, as an Aquarian, has that Atlantean coldness to him. Like I would never guess he was a Cancerian ever. He just has a bit of I don't get a narcissist out of him. I almost get an autistic, like they don't understand love. And that might be why he's had so many partners and he has so many children. And I believe he actually has said something. He's on the Asperger. I think I'm trying to think that he's self-identified. And that would say why he'd be the King of Swords. They're very logical. They don't know how to lie. If you ever want to know the truth, ask somebody with Asperger's or on the autism spectrum. They can't lie. That's the truth. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, that's the abundance card. That's for sure. He's got abundance of money. He's got abundance of family. He will definitely be leaving a huge legacy. And as I understand it, his parents were also wealthy in their own regards. Ten of Cups. Wow. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Believe it or not, family means a lot to him. A happy family means a lot to him. He loves having a lot of family and kids around him, and he actually really, really enjoys that. Seven of Pentacles. Look at the money. Money, money, money. I think this might be on the Five of Swords here on his Twitter. It might take him a long time to get his money out of that. Seven of Wands. He defends his actions all the time. He's constantly taking the high road and defending himself. Eight of Swords. In some respects, he feels like a victim of his circumstances. And you know, it's tough to feel really any kind of pity for billionaires, but they do put themselves in circumstances that they don't have a lot of the freedoms you and I do. Like, for example, he couldn't wander into a Walmart and pick up, you know, shaving cream and a toothbrush and a pair of underwear, right? Without being mobbed and questioned and, you know, so I think a lot of those freedoms are taken away in some respects, but they're traps of their own accord. They make their own traps by being successful. Six of Cups. And the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. Okay, this Six of Cups tells me that, yes, he does carry his ancestry down. And even with the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords, interesting, the Lovers are in reverse, and that he cannot hold a relationship. And you have to wonder if that's because, clock agrees with me, that's because there's nobody here from his soul family. Like, if we go right back to my first comments about that you feel like an outsider, that you feel like you don't belong, like you feel like you're the black sheep, like you don't really get along with anybody. I think that's how he feels, and that would make him be a different soul family, and very few of those from that soul family are left. And you think about how intelligent he is, and some of the things that he's doing are above and beyond what most humans, I mean, 99.9% of humans can't run one business, never mind multiple billion-dollar businesses as CEO, like, think about that. Like, what a unicorn is he? And here with the Six of Cups, this is his ancestry. These are things that are passed down to him. And the Lovers is one of a big clue that he cannot stay married or stay with somebody, and it's just because they aren't in the soul family. The Page of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords, King of Wands. Interesting, King of Cups didn't show up, and that's because he doesn't have any, his emotions are a little bit stunted, but he is the entrepreneur. King of Wands is the entrepreneur card. This Ten of Swords here is he will be of his own demise. I'm not saying he's unaliving himself in any respect. I think somehow his money will be the ruin of him. Like, it's almost as if the money part of it is such a big burden, because we have tens and tens, so that's ending. So, and with the money in the middle here, and then the announcement, it's something with the money. There's something ruinous about the money, but he bounces back quite a bit. I wonder if this is the he's being investigated by the stock market because of the manipulation of the Tesla stock. So I wonder if there's going to be a huge fine there that almost bankrupts him. That might be it. That might be what we're going to hear about. But he'll bounce back. He'll bounce back with something. So is he from the soul, or is he from the soul family of Atlantis? I would say, yeah, he is. He's been here multiple times. And he's here to learn a couple of different lessons. Maybe that he's not infallible. Hierophant. He's here to teach us. Absolutely. 3 of Cups upright. Judgment in reverse. 8 of Wands and 5 of Cups. You know what? I think this might be his last lifetime on Earth. This might be it. With the Judgment in reverse and then the 8 of Wands, that would be like, that's it. This is your last chance. This is your last chance on Earth. He's here to teach us, though. He's here to teach us a lot. He has a hard time letting go of his mistakes. He's a perfectionist. He's a perfectionist. You know, it's interesting. Not a lot about came up with the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and he's a Cancerian. I wonder if he is more of the Gemini, which is more of the Vedic astrology with this King of Swords here. And that would be him. The King of Swords would be a Gemini. And just his intelligence level. And I think he's going to get caught with that investigation about the Tesla stock. He'll bounce back. He'll bounce back. He'll teach us how to bounce back from that. But I think this is his last go on Earth. I think he's quite learned all his lessons, had enough. He's here to teach people some things, and then move on. And then move on. Interesting question. Interesting question. On the other hand, I don't see anything like we didn't get the devil. We didn't get any kind of 7 of Swords, which is, sneaky and lying, and it can be. 7 of Swords can be either way. We didn't get anything like evil or bad from him. I didn't get that at all. There was no terrible cards there at all. So I don't think there's anything evil about him. I just think he's stunted emotionally. We didn't get a lot of really strong emotional cards. And even like the Lovers were in reverse, and he can't stay with anybody very long. Okay, we're down to 2 more questions. So quickly, will Prince William become regent in the next few years? Now, this is an interesting question because it's not king, or is it? Is it? Am I reading that wrong? I thought regent was meaning that his dad is still alive but can't continue his duties. Or I'm not sure. To me, it would be king, regent. Yeah, maybe regent is king. Yes, it is. Sorry, long read here. I'm getting tired. And I've only had 1 drink, so you can't even say it has anything to do with the alcohol. Will William become regent in the next few years? Well, the cards will know what you mean. Will William become regent in the next few years? Will William become regent in the next few years? Cards are ready. Ace of Cups, an offer. 2 of Coins. He might not have a choice. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 2 of Cups upright. Temperance upright. I'd say, yeah, he might not have a choice. Well, normally when you become king, you don't have a choice. It's because somebody has died. But I'm wondering if I picked up on that when I read your question, if he becomes regent, meaning that his father is still alive, meaning that he has no choice in that regard. 9 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Coins in reverse, Page of Swords, 4 of Cups, the Hierophant, 10 of Wands, 7 of Coins. I think he will. I think it'll be a release of a burden for the royal family. He won't want to take it. I think he won't want to take it. So it's not the death of his father, right? Because then he has to take it. His dad is gone. That's just what the next step is. I think there is, with this 3 of Coins in reverse, it might be like they don't even have time to plan. It might be something that quickly happens. And the royal family, or the Hierophant here, or the palace, if you will, almost says, you have no choice. We have to relieve this burden. Somebody has to be. It won't last long. It won't last long. Three of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands upright, Six of Wands, and Two of Swords. Eight of Wands in reverse. I think something does happen, and I always thought he would jump at the opportunity, and it looks like he's hesitant. He's hesitant. He actually has to be convinced. Maybe Anne has to convince him that this is the best for the crown. But I think when I say it won't be long, and then maybe that's just before his coronation kind of thing. Let's see if we can get Queen of Coins. Oh, there's Catherine, Knight of Wands, Judgment in reverse, Four of Coins, Seven of Swords. Wow. I think there's something won't be smooth about it. There's nothing smooth about it at all. I'm almost getting like it's almost secretive behind the scenes. I wonder if he acts as regent behind the scenes. So we still say King Charles and Prince of Wales, but he's actually having to take on the role. And Catherine as queen comes later somehow, because she showed up later. Huh. Short answer, yeah. Short answer, yes. Reluctantly. Reluctantly. And he almost has to be nudged into it. That's why I think his father will still be alive, but incapacitated. Or it will be secretly, he's actually running the show, and then he just kind of pushed Charles out. So it looks like he is. Something like that. There's something very hesitant there. There was something very, very hesitant there. Okay. This one I've already answered. So I guess we are done. So this one was, what's bothering me is coming back, being reborn later, is I don't want to come back, not after my life, and definitely don't want that treatment again. Can I say no, I don't want to go back? Yes, absolutely you can. I answered that when we talked about the souls. As a soul, you have free will. I know it feels like, because here on earth, we really don't have a lot of free will. They tell us we do, but we don't. If you think you have a lot of free will, go walk naked downtown and tell me how that works out for you. Drive down the wrong side of the road and tell me how that works out for you. So yes, as a soul, absolutely, absolutely. You can say you don't want to go back. But again, ask yourself, are you just with the wrong soul family? And you have to learn something. Is this some of the teaching that you needed to move forward, to go back into your soul family and continue advancing with them? I mean, you only have to do 12 times 12, so you only have to do 144 lifetimes 12 times, and then you'd be done. Think about how long that is. All right, but yes, you do as a soul have free will. All right. Well, that was the end of part 1 marathon. I've got 4 more pages of questions for part 2, which will come out Sunday morning. Thank you so much for all your questions. I appreciate and I really enjoy these marathons. I hope you do as well. Please take good care. We'll see you online. Bye for now.